The biting wind howled through the skeletal branches of the ancient oaks surrounding Blackwood Manor, a symphony of sorrow that mirrored the unease clawing at Eleanor's soul. She had inherited the manor from a distant, enigmatic uncle, a man she'd never met, a recluse whispered about in hushed tones in the nearby village of Hollow Creek. The locals warned her. Blackwood Manor was cursed, steeped in tragedy and shadowed by something else. Eleanor, a historian drawn to forgotten lore, dismissed their fears as superstition, but the oppressive atmosphere of the manor quickly chipped away at her skepticism. The first few days were unsettling but unremarkable. Dust lay thick upon everything, the air stagnant and heavy with the scent of decay. Portraits of stern-faced Blackwood ancestors lined the long, echoing hallways, their eyes seeming to follow her every move. One painting, though, was missing. A large, empty space mirrored the wall in the grand ballroom, a silent testament to something lost or deliberately removed. Her nights were plagued by fitful sleep, punctuated by whispers that seemed to slither from the very walls. Then, one afternoon, while exploring the library of a cavernous room filled with crumbling tomes and forbidden knowledge, she stumbled upon a hidden compartment behind a bookshelf. Inside, nestled amongst yellowed letters and brittle documents, was a faded red silk shawl. It felt strangely cold to the touch, radiating a faint, chilling energy. As Eleanor unfolded it, she noticed intricate embroidery depicting scenes of a wedding and the horrifying massacre. The tiny figures were rendered in startling detail, their expressions frozen in silent screams. A diary lay beneath the shawl. Its pages, filled with elegant script, told the story of Eliza Blackwood, a young bride who arrived at Blackwood Manor in the late century. Eliza was beautiful, vivacious, and deeply in love. But her happiness was short-lived. Her husband, Samuel Blackwood, became increasingly obsessed with occult rituals, convinced that unlocking dark secrets would bring him unimaginable power. The diary entries grew more frantic, detailing strange ceremonies performed in the dead of night, unsettling symbols carved into the manor's stonework, and Eliza's growing terror. The shawl, the diary revealed, was Eliza's wedding shawl. On her wedding night, Samuel, driven mad by his occult pursuits, murdered Eliza and all the guests at the wedding feast. He used the shawl to silence her final screams, forever staining it with her blood and her despair. Samuel was never brought to justice, disappearing into the surrounding woods, leaving Blackwood Manor a tomb of shattered dreams and unspeakable horror. Eleanor felt a cold dread creep through her veins. The whispers she had heard, the oppressive atmosphere, the missing portrait, it all made sense now. She realized the missing portrait must have been Eliza. As darkness fell, Eleanor found herself drawn back to the ballroom. The air was thick with the scent of lilies, Eliza's favorite flower, and a low, mournful melody drifted from the shadows. She saw her then, a translucent figure in a blood-stained wedding dress, her eyes filled with eternal sorrow. Eliza reached out to Eleanor, her ethereal fingers brushing against her cheek. The touch was like ice, a chilling reminder of her tragic fate. All the ghosts materialized, spectral figures in tattered finery, the guests of Eliza's ill-fated wedding. They danced a macabre waltz to the ghostly music, their silent screams echoing in the vast hall. Eleanor was paralyzed with fear, unable to move or speak. Then she saw him. Samuel Blackwood, his face contorted in a grotesque mask of madness, emerged from the shadows. He held a tarnished silver dagger, its blade dripping with spectral blood. He lunged at Eleanor, his eyes burning with unholy fire. Eleanor screamed and stumbled backward, knocking over a candelabra. The flames spread quickly, engulfing the ballroom in a fiery inferno. As the fire raged, the ghosts shrieked in agony, their forms dissolving into the flames. Samuel, consumed by the blaze, vanished with a final, chilling laugh. When the first rays of dawn broke through the smoke-filled sky, Blackwood Manor was a charred ruin. Eleanor, miraculously unharmed, stood amidst the ashes, the crimson shawl clutched tightly in her hand. She knew she could never truly escape the horror of Blackwood Manor, but she also knew that Eliza could finally rest. The shawl, once a symbol of death and despair, had become a testament to survival. Eleanor wrapped the shawl around herself, feeling a strange sense of peace. She would never forget what she had witnessed, but she would carry Eliza's story with her, a haunting reminder of the darkness that lurks beneath the surface of the world.